Talk of Fame, baby. That's where it's at. In the Fantasy Factory. It's your boy Albert hanging with Rob Dyrdek.
This whole warehouse I call the Fantasy Factory is my office, and then all my managers, lawyers, and everybody else are up there in the place I call Corpo. You know what I mean? Where all the stiffs stay. You know what I mean? You got to be a special breed to be in the factory. You know.
I like that. You keep the business up top, but the party is down below.
Well put.
As a PA working on this show, it's got to be unlike any other PA experience. It's different than working on a simple movie or,
Plus, it's like we're such family down here, and it's like every time it's a lunch break, everyone on the crew is skating, flying into the foam pit, flying down the zip line. Like, it's just like, we've had blown out ankles. One of the kids, there was a scooter parked in the line of the zip line, and he didn't realize it and went down. And I mean, as hard as a man can take a scooter to his gens, I mean, he just was on that, and bam! Like, I was like, like, that's it. Like, I thought there's kids, there's broken legs, like, his future flashed between his eyes, and he ended up pulling up okay. So, minor injuries by the crew, but nothing crazy.
Just minor injuries. Rob, look, so you've already done movies, you've done music videos, you've done reality television before, you've broken records, pro skateboarder. What else could you possibly want to do?
I mean, real talk, my big thing that I'm in the future going to do is develop a professional skateboarding league. That's my big thing, Now, all this like TV and movies and all this other stuff just sort of has like gotten in the way of that. But sort of what I do while I do all this is I continue to build that, and I plan on launching that in 2010. That's sort of like my big movement of what I really plan on doing,
I heard that a lot of kids have been using your previous skateboarding documentary to sort of justify why their cities should allow them to create skate parks within their own. So it's catching.
No, well, that's my whole. It's the future of the sport, and it's like. That's why I made the documentary and sold it for $2 so a kid could get it, and then so he couldn't try to articulate what it is, just let them watch it. Getting 2 acres of land and getting $700,000 to $1 million together to build something is really hard for a city. So that's why my Say Spot Skate Spot program is where just take an existing part of a park, 3,000 to 5,000, 10,000 square feet, and spend $50,000 to $150,000 just to build a skate spot. And if every city builds a network of them, now your whole area has this network of original skate spots, as opposed to one city trying, and it's a full community thing, as opposed to one community thinking that they have to build one giant one to suffice, But that's, and again, that's just what a television show like this, of course I make it funny and ridiculous and have fun with it, but it still gives me an opportunity to like expose that vision and concept on a grand scale, to get cities thinking and say like, oh, that's easy, we could do that, and then reach out to me and me get the right people to help them make it happen,
One thing that I love about all of that is that you're creating something that is not just going to like vanish or perish whenever you decide to, just chill and hang back. You're creating a network that hopefully will be able to sustain itself, after all is said and done.
I mean, that's the idea. It's not to build them all. It's to start the fire to get them built everywhere. I live a very inspired life, and I think for the most part, it's because I have a very long-term approach to it. And all this stuff just humbles me, you know what I mean? Like, I jumped the car 105 feet. I got attacked by a shark 2 weeks ago, you know what I mean? Like, I got the world's biggest skate. It's like, this is where I come every day, you know what I'm saying? This is like, this don't make you cocky, this makes you humble, you know what I mean? And it's like, and for me, I just feel like, again, I've just, all the success and things that have happened have just given me the opportunity to be creative and do things I never would have thought, that just sort of helped my big picture go all the way,
Getting ready now to go zip line in the Fantasy Factory. Rob's gonna strap me all up and pray for your boy. Hopefully I'll come out unscarred. Rob, thank you so much for letting us play around in your fantasy playground today, basically. Yeah, it's a factory, but it's also a playground.
It really is. And you survived, you know what I mean? I thought there was a good chance you're gonna end up on your back on the concrete, but you lived, you know.
Because you're so safe. All right. So, yeah, I hope you don't mind that I borrow this for a little while.
Big Cat Jazzy is like no other.
Okay. All right. Well, you have fun here. I'll talk to you later, man.